For this task, you will listen to a passage, then respond to a question based on that listening. You will have 20 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to speak. The task tests your ability to understand the listening passage and accurately express the information in your own words, while also explaining key points from what you've heard. Now, let's begin with a sample task.
Let's delve into the field of international relations, which focuses on how countries interact with one another on political, economic, and social levels. A primary tool of international relations is diplomacy. Diplomacy is the process through which countries negotiate and communicate to resolve conflicts, build alliances, and manage their relationships. Typically, diplomacy takes place through formal channels such as embassies, summits, or trade negotiations. However, it can also involve more informal meetings and discussions. The overarching goal of diplomacy is to avoid conflict, promote cooperation, and protect national interests. International organizations, like the United Nations or the World Trade Organization, often play a crucial role in facilitating diplomatic efforts. These organizations help create platforms for dialogue and negotiation among nations. Effective diplomacy requires skilled negotiators. These individuals must understand not only political issues, but also cultural differences, economic concerns, and global trends. In today's increasingly interconnected world, diplomacy is essential for maintaining peace and stability. As countries navigate complex relationships and challenges, the role of diplomacy becomes even more critical in fostering cooperation and understanding among nations.
In the lecture, the speaker discusses diplomacy, which is the process countries use to negotiate and manage their relationships. Diplomacy is important for solving conflicts, forming alliances, and making trade agreements without using force. Countries send diplomats to represent them in meetings or summits, and the goal is always to avoid war and promote cooperation. The speaker also mentions that diplomacy helps protect national interests while maintaining global stability. For example, international organizations like the United Nations play a big role in helping countries talk to each other, especially when there are disagreements. Effective diplomacy helps keep peace and supports positive relations between countries.